But the fan side of me is hopeful that Tennessee can get it because, every little bit of thing that can help your team out, you take it, right? Right. All right, let's move on to Minnesota. Minnesota is taking on... Who's got Minnesota today? Minnesota has the Redskins today. Minnesota and Washington. All right, we talked about this game with Cunningham's picks on Wednesday. And this was a game that I was going to take Minnesota to lose this game originally, to drop their fourth straight. And something changed about midweek for me, and I thought, no, you know what? I think that defense is going to pull it back together this week. I think this is a game they can win. I think this is a game that defensively Washington kind of doesn't pose the threat to Minnesota that some other teams have. And Minnesota, I think, can bounce back in this game. They're really going to have to give top effort like they were at the beginning of the year. They do have some 2 or 3 guys out on the defensive side of the ball. Their punt returner, Sherles, is also out today. So expect some different things from Minnesota. Obviously, Shermer is still calling plays for him as Norv Turner resigned last week. So I think Minnesota comes back and has a better game. I don't think they're as shell-shocked this week as they were last week, and expect them to get over on the Redskins today. Kirk Cousins, they have some things going there offensively. They're putting up 410 yards a game. They're passing for right around 300 yards a game. They're running for over 100 yards a game, putting up almost 24 points a game. So they have some things there going in Washington. I'm just not sold on them yet completely. Their defense is really lacking. It's given up the same almost 24 points a game. So that's why I think Minnesota, with their defense coming back together today, playing harder today, getting some turnovers today, putting Sam Bradford in that offense in good positions today, pull this one out and beat the Redskins 17-16. Let's go with that. All right. After the break, we will hit up the final action, and then we'll get out of here so you guys can get into your NFL action for the day. Hey guys, the NFL is back. It's time to win some cash playing fantasy football. TheDirtCannon.com is a local company that has your back. They have produced over 60% winners on FanDuel, DraftKings, and now even Yahoo. TheDirtCannon.com will help you build, play, and win. Build a better team with TheDirtCannon.com. Use promo code RDST and get $5 off forever. And try the Silver membership this week for free. Visit TheDirtCannon.com. And definitely check them out. If you guys haven't set your lineups yet for today, if you're doing one of the daily leagues, if you're doing a season long, if you haven't set your lineups yet, you still got time to get them in before the games start. So check out thedirtcannon.com. They'll help you get them right. All right, we got Miami playing San Diego today. This is a game I think San Diego is the better team right now. I really do. I like the way San Diego's playing on defense. I've always believed in Phillip Rivers. I just think he's had some tough breaks as far as talent-wise down there and having a complete healthy team around him. That being said, if Ajayi goes off for another 150, 200 yards today, Miami will win this game. They have just enough on the defensive side of the ball going right now. Nothing like what I thought they would have with the studs that they have up front. It's proving that Cameron Wake is near the end of his career at 34. Mario Williams, he doesn't look like he really has anything left in the tank, and they're able to double and triple team Sue all day long still because those guys aren't really doing anything down there to help him out. Tannehill is not a franchise quarterback. I've said that before. I think it's time Miami moves on from him. He's a game manager at best, and everybody wants him to be a high flyer, a runner, and a big passer, and that's just not who he is. It's not who that team is. And you got the tale of two things right here. San Diego's defense, they give up more passing yards per game than Miami does. They give up way fewer rushing yards per game. That allows them to kind of control the pace. if they can make you one-dimensional by only giving up 85 yards a game compared to Miami giving up 136 on the ground per game, they can stay in games that way. Now, their big problem is their turnovers lead to points. They give up enough points with turnovers and field position and mistakes that's what is ultimately doing them in. They also are letting teams convert at almost a 40% rate on the defensive side of the ball during third down. So that's something that against this Miami team that they will take advantage of. If they get to convert third downs, because right now they're only converting at a 35% rate, but you're going against a defense that's giving it up at a 40% rate, that's going to only help Miami. That'll help Miami stay on the field and maybe be competitive in this game. This game is going to be competitive, but I do think, like I said, San Diego is the better team. They have the better quarterback. He's got the more experience. His team has, I think, rallied around him quite a bit more than the Dolphins have rallied around Ryan Tannehill. Ajayi is the secret weapon. Not so secret. Everybody knows what he's done over the last few weeks, but he's the secret weapon. If he gets off today, if he has the good game, if they can get him the yardage, they have a chance to not only win, but pretty much take over this game. Just in the last few weeks that he's gotten hot, he's up to 646 yards, and Melvin Gordon, Chargers leading rusher, is at 768 yards. And that's been a season-long thing. Ajayi, he's been catching fire as of late. Terrell Williams, we don't know if he's questionable coming into today. So if you got him in your fantasy lineup, he might be a late add or a late withdrawal there. All right, San Francisco is playing Arizona. Everybody's picking Arizona in this game, and I understand why. Arizona's the better team. They have the better coach, and they're playing better football right now for sure. There's no real reason why you wouldn't pick them. They have the better players, the most talent, really. They have better offensive stats, except for one. San Francisco does outrush them by about 12 yards per game. Defensively, it's not even close. Arizona's defense is way better. But here's the thing. It's a divisional game. Divisional games always go tough. Arizona's been struggling this season. Carson Palmer has not been getting the time to really run that offense the way he wants to back there, and that's shown. That's why Arizona's second in their division right now behind Seattle. Both teams have a tie, which is kind of interesting. And, I also expect Arizona to win today. I wouldn't be shocked if San Francisco finds a way to pull this one out close, though. So if you're an NFC West fan, you might want to pay attention to that game. Next couple games are kind of the bigger games of the week for sure. Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers and Big Ben in this game. They got pieces getting healthy. Dallas has been riding high for a while. And at some point, I just think the stage isn't going to be too big for the Cowboys rookies, but they're just not going to have the knowledge set, the experience to go, okay, in this situation, I got this. At some point, that's going to come up. And this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, with their fast linebackers, with their pursuit to the ball, with the way their offense is flying around, with Antonio Brown, with the tight end Green probably coming back, Le'Veon Bell rounding into form and really doing his thing now, and Big Ben now a few more weeks off of that knee surgery. I just feel like Pittsburgh gets this one today. I feel like Big Ben carries his team through at least this game, and the Steelers come out on top. This is a 4:25 start Eastern game on Fox, so definitely check that one out. It's going to be a fun one. I definitely will not miss that one. And all the talk about Romo, I personally think Romo's done in Dallas. They might make him active at some point in this season just to have him there in case something starts falling apart to try and really save the season some. But I expect this team to move on with the youth, and you might see, like Adam Schefter was reporting, Tony Romo end up with like potential landing spots of the Jets or the Bears or the Broncos next season, and maybe get a few more years out of him before he's done. But with the back injuries, it would take a lot, I think, for a team to take a flyer there on Tony Romo. But there's some definitely desperate teams for a quarterback for sure. So check out that game. Let's see if Des Bryant can get off. Let's see if the Dallas offensive line can continue doing what they're doing and opening holes I could run through for Elliott to do his thing as a rookie running back there. And if they can, if Elliott gets over 100 yards today, there's a good chance Dallas wins this game. If Pittsburgh gets over 30 points today, there's a good chance Pittsburgh wins this game. It's going to be a good one for sure. All right, Seattle is taking on New England in the Sunday night game. That is going to be a great game. First time these two teams have met since that Super Bowl game. Seattle's leading their division. We all know what New England's been able to do. And the big thing to me is that they're getting Dion Lewis back. And all the reports coming out, now take them for what you want, but during the week, all the reports about Dion Lewis is that he looks very good in practice. And you put him with LeGarrette Blount, and that is a 1-2 mix at running back. You got a quick guy who can catch the ball, who can, juke you out of your shorts, and then you got this big, bruising power guy who also has deceptive speed, who can run you over. Then you throw in your two tight ends. You're going to see Julian Edelman get off a little bit more, I believe, in this game, and expect it to be close. I expect Russell Wilson to make some great escape plays against this New England defense, who's not overly talented, but just takes it play by play and assignment football. That's what they're doing. This one's going to be good. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to take Seattle in the upset in this game to beat New England at the end of the game and not run a slant. Russell Wilson will run it in for a 20-yard touchdown at the end of the game. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling it right now. He's going to run in a 20-yard touchdown on some scramble in the fourth quarter to beat New England by 3. Book it. All right, Monday night's game. You got the Giants and the Bengals. This is a pretty evenly matched game, I think. Cincinnati's not really playing at their best level right now. Not really sure what's going on right there. Maybe they're missing, the Mohamed Sanu. Their running game really hasn't been impressive to me this year. It's been here and there. The passing game with A.J. Green has been solid for sure. Their defense was much better at the beginning of the season. It's kind of leveled out a little bit. And same thing with the Giants for that matter. This is a team that's here and there. They can be really good. They can be average. So expect this one to be close. I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants to pull this one out. Close, but I'll take the Giants in this one. Odell Beckham probably gets a couple scores. And, he'll get at least one score, I think. Eli, man, this game, the more I look at this game now that I'm talking about it, the more I just don't know. This one's going to be close. We'll have to see how this one plays out on Monday night for sure. We'll catch up on it on Wednesday and see how it went because, I'm looking at these stats here. I'm looking at the offensive and defensive comparisons, and I'm thinking about who's playing and who's out and how the Giants have been spreading the ball around and hitting their rookie Shepard. And I really don't know how that game plays out. If I had to pick right now, I think I take the Giants to pull this one out. All right, guys, that's the show. There's a lot of football going on today. I hope you get to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it myself. We will be back Wednesday night at 7 p.m. With Cunningham's Picks. Follow us on Facebook, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. We're on Twitter, Real Deal KVP. We have the GoFundMe page as we're trying to get some money for some better equipment. We're raising the money. We're donating the money. We're doing big things. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better. And we thank all of you for your great help on that. And until next time, you know how we do. Just be real.